Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is my 10-gallon quarantine tank. And you can see some of the Odessa barbs are boisterous. Those males, the red on that male right there is looking real good. So the fish in this tank have been here a very, very long time. So long overdue to move them to their new homes. They're, for the most part, would quarantine fish maybe a week or two. Some of these have been in here, it's got to be 4 months. Some of the fish that I got from a online order in May from Aquatic Arts are still in here. But I'm finally going to move some tonight. So I'm going to move a couple of these Siamese Algae eaters to one of my 40-gallon breeder tanks. That one has a tank that's overrun with Java moss and has a lot of blackbeard algae. So I need to get some of those Siamese Algae eaters in there to start cleaning up that blackbeard algae. This platy is going to go in there. That's intended to be primarily a platy tank with live bearers, other community fish. I'm also going to put this tiger nerite snail in there. And within this tank I have two crebensis. They're both females. Now that they're bigger, they're clearly both females. When I got them when they were small from a Petco, supposedly it was a male and a female, but that was not the case. One of them will go in my 84-gallon, my 6-foot tank. That's where the roseline sharks are going to go, and the Odessa barbs and the glow light tetras. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the other female. I may then just set up a 20-gallon, a 20 long tank just for one of these females, and when I get some males, put a pair, just one pair in the 20-gallon, and then a pair, get a male for this, one of the females to go in the 84-gallon. Alright, so, well, also we have green fire tetras. Those are going to go in my other 40-gallon tank, and yeah, that's pretty much it for what I have that's going to move. Alright, I'm going to round up a couple of Siamese Algae eaters, that platy, that female platy, and the nerite snail. Move them to my 40-gallon. Stand by. Alright, check this out. This Julii Cory, Julii Cory. Look at the size of that one, and look at the size of that one. So I just, for the first time, seeing this today, that was born in here. I never noticed it until now. When I first saw it, I noticed it by itself, kind of deeper in the Java moss here, and I just thought, this looks really tiny. I don't remember having them that small. So I had 3 known adults, like you can just see right here, the size difference. And then this little guy appeared. How awesome is that? So I've been trying to collect eggs and hatch out corridors and other aquariums. I have emerald green corridors, the peppered corridors, and I never saw any Julii corridor eggs, and there we go. So this is pretty similar to when I saw a little panda corridor in my 29-gallon tank. Never saw any eggs, never knew there were any, and then I just saw a little guy. It was just kind of like, I wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me, seeing, if I was like confused with the depth perception, that it was seeing a small one if it was far away or what. But yeah, pretty awesome. So, yeah. So this is the 40-gallon livebearer community tank. This tank primarily has platies, but other community fish like that. Dwarf gourami, we got neon tetras. There's a few swordtails in the mix. There's a female swordtail right there. It's one of the oldest fish that I have. Descendant of the first fish I ever got getting back to the aquarium hobby, like 5 years ago. Autosynclus over here. That was the adult Julii Cory, but there's a big Panagara in here somewhere. I did see it over in this corner, but well, anyway, what we're doing is moving these fish. So I got them, the two Siamese Algae eaters, and then the female blue wagtail platy there, and the nerite snail. So I'm going to let them acclimate a little bit here. So temperature, this tank being next to the window is a little bit cooler. Actually no, like in the winter it gets a little cooler here, but it still should be about the same. Temp should be about the same, but that's one of the reasons why I didn't, it's taken me so long to move fish out of quarantine. I mean, they've been ready for a long time, just I've been falling behind with water changes. Ordinarily, when I'm keeping up with them, doing all my tanks at least once a week, the water parameters are pretty much the same across the board, where the pH is close to 8, like right around 8. But having neglected some of the tanks, that pHs have dropped, so having done water changes on this tank and the quarantine tank and everything, so now I'm going to start moving the fish as the water conditions are pretty close to a match. So yeah, so we have all this blackbeard algae has developed. You can see a lot of it over here on this Woodwigger repens, and just like little spots. So with these Siamese algae in here, in the past they have done well for me as far as eating blackbeard algae and cleaning it up, so see how much I can do that. And I still intend to pull out Java moss little by little. One of the plans was to set up this little kiddie pond, like a dog bath pond, little pool thing, kiddie pool. So I meant to say not pond. But like turn that into like a little pond and just like throw Java moss in there and some livebearers. Oh, there's a Panagara. That's one of the originals. It's the biggest one I have. Julii Cory, one of the adults. Alright. So, yeah, finally moving some fish, and we're moving the other fish. Finally getting the last fish into the 84-gallon, the 6-foot tank, and I still have to now get a male crebensis. There's a couple male crebensis, one for each of the females. Alright, so stay tuned for what's coming up, and we'll check back with updates, see how this blackbeard algae goes away, hopefully soon. Alright, Well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.